For this video, we're at the picturesque village of Whitburn. There's a clue where we're going. There's the church there. The sun has just come out, so it's a lovely late Monday evening. You can see there's the village green, there's a fountain, there's a war memorial just on the other side of that. Lovely autumnal evening. So we're just walking down Church Lane and we're going to go to the old parish church. For anybody not in the area, Whitburn is a village in South Tyneside. It used to be in County Durham. How picturesque is that? Got a way in through there, but I haven't been here for years. I'm going to go in through the main gate. There isn't a great deal of headstones for quite a large area if you have a look. There is a modern cemetery at the north of Whitburn on one of the main roads out. I think that was the grounds of Whitburn Hall. There's a big old hall down there. Very oldie worldy. Oh, that's what I like to see, an old headstone. There's one. There, we'll have a look at that. Very picturesque. So, Whitburn Parish Church. It's a nice building down there. It's a nice house. Oh, look at that. That's now this side looks much more interesting. The other side of the graveyard. I can see some fine headstones already. Look at that. It's like a table. Elizabeth Preston. Now that's an old one. Look at that. In memory of Mary, the beloved wife of it's hard to read. Mentions a mason who departed this life something of February 1782. Age 14 years, also, and the daughter of William, who died July 15th, 1774 in her infancy. That's Malabar. There's an Appleby, a Robinson. That is Christopher and Mary Wood. That's a fine. I think they're called false crypts. It's starting to fall apart a little bit. So 1858, so it was still people buried here at that time. We're only a couple of miles north of Sunderland. That's a fine memorial. And the sun is just coming out fully. Shining bright. These bits always look a bit creepy over here. It's not often I actually get spooked out going around these graveyards, but I always think this one is a little bit creepy, especially when you have graves under trees. Sacred to the memory of James Dodds of North Shields, who died in 1852, aged 77. This is for a Stodds. This little epitaph there. So they cried into the Lord. It's hard to read that one. I'm going to go out and go around the other side. John Elder of Whitburn, who died December the 3rd, 1839, aged 75 years. So when was he born? 1860s? 1849. 89th year. And these are some old ones. Here lieth body of Margaret, wife of George Harper, buried November something, I think that's 1748, so that's the oldest one I've seen so far. Hey, look. How creepy does that look? Very picturesque though. Now one's caught my eye, which is this one here. Sacred to the memory of William French Surtees, son of John and Jane Surtees, who departed this life March the 24th, 1813, aged 13 years. And there is the epitaph. Yeah, speedily was he taken away, best that wicked one. And it mentions the soul. It's a shame I can't read that one, but look at the intricate carving there. And then look at this. This must be really old, this one. Look at that, this is some old stone coffin. Look at that, you've even got a place where the deceased, you could rest the head. Now, St Nicholas Church at Bolton, about 3 or 4 miles away, that has a couple of those in the churchyard, and it says they were discovered actually in the earth, so that was probably buried in the ground at some point. Oh, another creepy section. Lots of woods. Whitburn's a big village nowadays, but obviously back in the 1700s it wouldn't be nowhere as big as today. That's still in good nick. Thomas Wood of Sunnyside Farm. Another barns. Another wood. Another wood. I think this probably would have served the village of Clevedon, which is about a mile west of here. There's another fine old one. Sacred to the memory of Sarah Chambers, wife of William Chambers, who departed this life 4th of September 1781, aged 33 years. Yeah, we're getting into the old section. Look at the work gone into that. That person was of Clevedon Laws. Somebody from Clevedon. There's another farmer of Sunnyside. Sacred to the memory of Isabella Gibbon, daughter of Thomas Gibbon, who died November the 4th, 1857, aged 14 years. Also, the son Thomas Whitburn Gibbon died September the 2nd, 1816, aged 9 weeks. And then there's another one which is 17 months. So they'd lost 3 in infancy. That looks some very old stonework. I don't know the history of this church, but I'm guessing it was at least 1700s. But looking at that, and that sundial, look at those windows up there. This must be a really old one. Now look at that. There's a hell of a lot of inscriptions on that false crypt. Robert Atkinson, Esquire. So. It's another one of those false crypts. I've never seen so many in a churchyard. See, it is actually quite a big churchyard if you go back. There'll be thousands of people buried here. Remember, most people didn't have a headstone. These people here would be not just the wealthy, but people, the middle class, gentlemen, artisans. Look at the size of that. That's again members of the Allison family. It's got lots of features. The George Frederick Price Rector of Whitburn. And they've got these little features as well where the spotlights must come on at night time. So this bit, I'd probably guess that this was the area where lots of any village paupers or those who couldn't afford headstones were buried, because if you look there, it's a massive area with nothing in it. Another Gibbon, 1879. Somebody else of Clevedon. In memory of Elizabeth Mackay, who for more than 40 years was a faithful and attached servant in the family of Richard Charlton of Clevedon. She died at Clevedon on the 9th of August 1875 in the 76th year of her age. And then there's a lot extra. Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died and she was buried beneath that's beneath, say, Bethel, under an oak, and the name of it was called Alan Bacuth. So that might be a Bible quote, actually. So yeah, so I think the bit at the bottom is just a quote from the Bible as an epitaph. I haven't seen that many epitaphs, and the ones that I have seen, I haven't been able to read, which is a disappointment. They say there's no epitaph. It's cool, isn't it? Oh. In affectionate remembrance of James Sevenoaks. I've not come across that before. No epitaph. I'll just wind up over here. Hopefully get one epitaph before I go, because I like to have at least one. It's members of the Ranson family. Millicent Ball, only child of the late William and Kezia Ball, who died at Souter Point Lighthouse, August the 28th, 1884, age 1 year. So I don't know if that was an accident, or if she was just the daughter of the lighthouse keeper. I have to have a look at that one. Okay. Oh, there's one. To be with Christ, which is far better. Few Allisons and Hendersons. Oh, somebody Henderson, our Sunday school teacher, who died October the something 1887, age 35 years. So, thank you. I'll bring this to a close. So, thank you for watching. It was just a short walk around the parish church of Whitburn. As I said, it's a lovely little spot. So, thanks for watching.